Hi there. In my last video, I talked about how to process your thoughts. In this video, I want to talk about the blame game. So, the world right now is playing the blame game. What do I mean by that? So, just look around you, look around people's attitudes and how people are behaving. And a lot of it is childish. A lot of it is excuse me for being blunt, but a lot of it is accusations being thrown here and there. Um, and I call that the blame game. So um, when we don't know how to solve our problems, our first response is to look for someone to accuse or for someone to blame. It gives us a sense of control. It gives us a sense of power. When we choose not to take responsibility for our own sins and for our own misguided behaviors, we, in a sense, become very immature. And so we look for someone to blame for our unhappiness. Um, when we're hurt or when we feel like our pride has been fractured, uh, the best thing to do I have found in situations like that is not to look for someone to blame, but to try to develop a sense of clear thinking. Because when we put things into perspective, um, we can gain wisdom in regards to solving the problems that we face. I personally believe that there are no problems uh, that we cannot overcome as a society, as a human race. I believe God has given us. I believe that we are made in the image of God as human beings, and that God has created us with the ability to solve problems. One of the ways that the world is solving the problems right now has to do with giving up our rights. So when we don't know what to do, um, you know, we don't necessarily have to give our rights up. I know that may sound strange to some of you who are listening to this, but there are ways of solving problems if we rely on the grace and the sovereignty of God, that we, as a society, don't have to implode on ourselves. So we have to respect the forces of nature. We have to respect that, God is in control of nature. The devil is not in control of nature. Um, you know, the God is in control of our lives, and He's also in control of how long we're going to live. So, you know, putting things in perspective really helps because when we start to see clearly, we stop accusing one another for I stop accusing you, and you stop accusing me for your own unhappiness. If I'm feeling unhappy or miserable, then why would I want to hurt someone else? Why would I want to cause someone else to feel just as miserable as I feel? If somebody hurts me, shouldn't I forgive them? Think about it. If somebody hurts me, and I don't forgive them, and I start to seek my own revenge, and I want to see that other person suffer, then I become miserable myself, right? So the best way when you feel like your rights have been taken away from you is to forgive. You don't have to have everything that somebody else has in order to be happy. Whatever God has given you in this present life, it could be very small. It could be next to nothing, but whatever God has given you, He's given you a body, so you have to take care of your body. All I'm saying is that um, the way to create unhappiness in this world is to play the blame game, right? So we start blaming other people for our own unhappiness. The way through that or around that is to stop blaming other people for our own unhappiness, to forgive them, and take responsibility for the choices that we've made, which created our present circumstances. Because when we start making better choices, we'll start to find clarity coming back into our hearts, and we'll start to feel happy again. So there's a bit of insight. When situations seem like they're beyond our control, we need to pray the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's that simple, but you will continue suffering if you continue playing the blame game. Thanks very much. Bye bye.